Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you with another one of those I heard it, I tried it, here's my thoughts on it type of videos, where I've actually tried out a technique that I heard here on YouTube, and I've been trying it for a couple weeks. I've got my feelings about it, my thoughts and everything, as well as a demo for you guys. So if you are interested in seeing if using a dark concealer versus a lighter concealer covers up those intense dark circles better, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, I actually heard about this here on YouTube. I got it off of Jordan Liberty's channel. If you don't know, Jordan Liberty is a practicing makeup artist that does have a YouTube channel. Love his channel for so many different reasons, but one of the main reasons why I love his channels is because, one, he does makeup on so many different models, different age, different skin type, different texture, he just kind of goes across the board, which I love because it's so easy for anyone to be able to kind of associate or kind of understand where he's coming from when he's speaking about certain problems for certain skin tones. I love that. And two, I like it because he really does focus on more natural makeup. Of course, he's dealing with models and they're perfect and they're gorgeous, but he doesn't just pile on all the makeup. He really does add makeup where it needs to be, and then just kind of goes in and enhances the beauty, which I love because that's more realistic for me versus that completely full over the top layer upon layer upon layer look that we're used to here on YouTube. So I was watching his channel and I actually came across his video talking about covering dark circles. Now, you may or may not know this, but I have some serious dark circles. Ask me what I think would be a problem area for my skin, I would definitely say dark circles are probably one of my main ones, right up there with enlarged pores. So the dark circles are one of those things that I think really age my skin the most, and I find that when I cover up the dark circles, I see the most improvement quickest, is I guess maybe how I'm trying to say that. So dark circles is definitely a problem for me. Whenever I was watching this video, trust and believe your girl was like, what you about to tell me? What you about to tell me, Jordan? So one of the things he mentioned was that besides using a color corrector, it's actually better to use a darker concealer. So a concealer that's actually your skin tone or darker, versus using a concealer that's lighter than your skin tone to cover up those dark circles, because whenever you use the darker concealer or the one that matches your skin tone, the look is actually more natural and actually does a better job versus the lighter. So as I mentioned, I've been doing this for several weeks now. I do have my own opinion, but I do have a demo for you guys showing you what it actually looks like using the different techniques, and then I'll come back and tell you my overall thoughts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you side-by-side comparison of what it looks like covering my dark circles with a lighter concealer versus using a darker concealer. So the first thing I'm going to do is color correct, because on a regular basis I have begun to color correct again. I just like the way it looks better whenever I do a little bit of color correcting under my dark circles first, and then I go in with the concealer. And this one right here, believe it or not, the best, I would say the creamiest one I found, because I do have dry under eye, which I'm making sure I do, and eye cream and all that kind of stuff now. By the way, I do have one on today, and I do put one on at night as well as in the daytime now. So right now I'm just kind of color correcting, and this actually comes from the Maybelline Master Camo palette. I'm not normally a Maybelline person, although I do think Maybelline makes some great. I'm going to go ahead and color correct on this side as well too, just to go ahead and get that on, because I do like for it to actually sit a little bit in between steps there. And there you go. And I do like to blend it in with my finger, just because I think the warmth of your finger just does a great job of helping that blend right into the skin. Okay, so now what I'm going to do on this side, I'm going to use one of my favorites, the Tarte Shape Tape, and it is in the color Tan, which is a very light, this is probably the lightest I've ever gone when highlighting underneath my eye, but I do love the formula. I love the Tarte Shape Tape. It's one of my favorites. I do have a review on it, which I will link above and down below, but this will be the lighter side. And as I've mentioned before, with the Tarte Shape Tape, you do not need a lot of product whatsoever, so I'm really only doing little dots here because you really don't need that much product whatsoever. Okay, and I am going to go in with this IT Cosmetics. I think it's a foundation brush. It's a very thick brush. It's flat but very thick and does come to a nice tapered point. I love this brush. I think I got it with my IT Cosmetics CC cream. Love this brush. So I'm just going to take it and just blend this side on out. And this is a very thick consistency product. I'm just going to blend it out. Get it all nice up in this corner here because I do have a lot of darkness there, and I can tell when I don't pay attention to it, the outlook at the end just isn't as attractive. And I'm just nicely blending that in. Okay. Just blending that in, and you see how just that small amount, just those couple of dots, just really took care of that whole area that I needed it to. So just so that you can see, this is with the lighter concealer, Tarte Shape Tape in Tan, and then over here all I have is the color corrector. So you can see the difference, period, of what a great job the color corrector and the Tarte Shape Tape does in covering up the dark circle. But now that I look at it, I can see just a little bit of grayness, which again probably I could fix if I put a little bit more color corrector, or maybe if I went with a little bit more concealer. But I do agree with Jordan Liberty when he says you do just kind of get this this grayish color. Alright, so now on the other side, what I'm going to do is go in with this Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I love this concealer. I'm thinking about doing a review on it. I love this. This is in the color Dark to Deep. Doesn't come in that many colors, but I just love, I have dry under eye, and so I've recently been trying to really focus on getting hydrating products around that area, and one of them is this serum concealer. Absolutely love this concealer. It just goes on so hydrating. And I'm going to just go on this other side and kind of do a little bit of a triangle. Definitely want to make sure I get in there. And then I've got some stuff going on around my nose. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the other side. So I flipped the brush, just so you know. I flipped the brush I'm using from IT Cosmetics. I flipped it. And now what I'm going to go do is blend out this side. And I did put a little bit more on this side just because it's not as pigmented or concentrated as the IT Cosmetics. But I just love this concealer. Your skin really does feel extremely hydrated. Just extremely hydrated. This feels so good. Feels so good. Just gotta make sure I get in that corner, because I do have some darkness in that corner there. And make sure I get that stuff around the nose that I was seeing. Okay. Alright, so there you go. Looking head on, you can see this is the side with the darker concealer, and then this is the side with the lighter concealer. And I don't know if you guys can tell, I can tell, but I really do think using the darker color or even your skin tone color concealer does a much better job of covering the dark under circles than the lighter one. Because again, this Tarte Shape Tape is no joke. Like, it's a very high coverage concealer. Really, really love it. But in comparison, I just think this side looks more natural. This side looks more fixed, whereas this side just looks more, I don't know, like, it just looks more good skin, I guess is what you could say. So I really do like the difference in the look. I think the darker concealer, it just really does a better job of just making it all together look better on the side versus this one. So I really do like the way the same color or darker concealer looks better than the lighter. Okay, so real quick, just to go back over the products I used, as far as color corrector, I did use the orange color corrector in this Maybelline Master Camo kit here. I do have a video review on this, which I will here and down there for you, so definitely check it out if you want more information. I really do like the consistency of the formulation of this color corrector, and I like the intensity of it. For the lighter side, which is this side over here, the concealer I used was the Tarte Shape Tape, and it is in the color tan, and I do have a review on this as well. I love this concealer. I think it's probably one of the most hype deserving products that I've ever tried here. Something that I heard here on the YT, everybody talked about it. It's worth it. It's definitely worth the hype. And again, I do have a full review card and down below. And then on the darker side, where I'm using a concealer that's actually darker, or my skin tone or darker, I'm actually using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer, and this is in the color Deep to Dark. Love this concealer. Stay tuned for a review because game changer right here. That's all I've got to say. So this is the overall finished look. Again, the Tarte Shape Tape was over here, and then the Bare Minerals was over here. I just went in and went ahead and applied my powder foundation. I did go in and set my overall face, as well as set the under eye, my brows, put a little bronzer in my eyes just to give a little bit of definition. I do have some warmth on the face, as well as some blush, and then just kind of a setting spray. So this is the overall finished look, and as you guys can see, well, I can see, I think that the side with the deeper or darker concealer looks so much more natural than the side with the lighter one. While I do think both sides look fantastic, the look of this side over here just looks more natural, more put together. It just looks more, I don't know, everyday, flawless to me, where this side looks a little bit more doctored. It just looks like a little bit more makeup-y. It just looks like more effort was put into it, and I just think for an everyday me type of look that I'm going for, this look is just, it's just beautiful. I just think it looks so good. Now, I'm not going to give up on this side because, like I said, I still think both sides look great. This just looks a little bit more made up. So if I'm going out with the hubby, or if I'm going to an event or something, I would definitely go with this side because I do think it does amp it up a little bit. But when you're just going for every day, I just think this side looks so much better. So if you're like me and you have dark circles, I really hope this video helped you, because I think it's important to really step away from the everybody's doing it and really try to focus in on what the problem is and how to fix it and what makes sense. And I think in this case, using the darker concealer, it makes sense, and I think it also looks better. So I definitely hope this video I hope this video helped someone else out there. If it did, definitely please give my video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, please take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.